All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So tonight we're going to be talking about the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love currently looks phenomenal. Their defense looks phenomenal with all the injuries that they have sustained and endured all season on both sides of the field. They're 5-6, and thanks to the Seattle Seahawks loss last night, a win this Sunday against Kansas City actually puts you in the playoffs. Now, regardless of the outcome, I do think this is going to be Jordan Love's welcome to the NFL game. Primetime football. I know, Thanksgiving was a phenomenal win. I know people are finally starting to look at Jordan Love playing and being like, "Ooh, hold on. This could be something right here." But you're playing the defending champions at home Sunday Night Football, and I know Jordan Love's been in the league for a couple of seasons, but I think this is the game where he fully kind of makes his mark in this league and is like, "Look, man, I'm that dude. And I'm going to be that dude for the Green Bay Packers for a couple of seasons at the very least here." Now, like I said, win or loss, who knows? But there are some things in the Green Bay Packers' favor for actually the rest of the season, but especially against Kansas City. Folks, their defense is that good. I don't think a lot of people, when you're talking about the Green Bay Packers right now in the post-Aaron Rodgers era, everybody is just focused on Jordan Love. And what a lot of people don't seem to realize outside of Packers fans is their defense is currently actually ranked 10th in the league. They're giving up only 20 points per game. But really, when you get into the nitty gritty of it all, they've had like 2 bad defensive games. And it was in the month of September. The last month or so, they've been phenomenal. Green Bay Packers, they've won 3 out of their last 4 football games. But folks, this defense is firing on all cylinders, and they're starting to get healthier and healthier and healthier. So today, obviously, we're going to be talking a little bit about the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love in this squad. But before we do, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Packers fans, I too am a big Packers fan. So if we could try and get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So folks, if you've been watching Jordan Love in the last 2 weeks, but more specifically in the last month or so, your mouth's starting to water. All right, I'm starting to lick my chops here because he's doing everything I thought he was capable of doing. And, we go back to like even the first game of the season against the Chicago Bears, he looked very solid. But we know Matt LaFleur has a perfect system around him. Aaron Jones has dealt with so much injuries this season, which has really sucked. But at the same time, there's so much playmaking on this offense. And a lot of these guys are young. Pretty much all of these guys are young, as the Green Bay Packers are the youngest team in the National Football League. I also think that statistic often gets overlooked when looking at Green Bay. They're the youngest team in the league, dude. Their average age is like 23, 24 years old. We look at this offense outside of Jordan Love, Christian Watson, year 2. Malik Heath. Most people don't even know who Malik Heath is. Romeo Doubs, Jayden Reed, the rookie. Jayden Reed, currently the rookie, the 3rd round draft pick out of Michigan State, is leading the Packers in receiving yards. Now, I know guys like Watson especially have dealt with some injuries, but Jayden Reed's the truth here. And then I've also got 2 tight ends, Tucker Kraft, who just got his first touchdown in the NFL this past week against Detroit. And then I also have Luke Musgrave. So the future of this offense looks, I'm so excited about it. But it's even hard to put into words. We could actually even look at statistics because Jordan Love the last couple of weeks has looked really good. 268 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and the game-clinching, 37-yard rush. I mean, this dude's athletic. He's mobile. He's not going to get you, 50 rushing yards every week, but he's going to extend plays. He's going to extend drives. He's going to get you first downs with his feet, and that's something that's actually going to be really important this upcoming weekend against Kansas City because their defense is really good. And they do a very good job at getting to that QB. So the run game is going to be important, and Jordan Love getting mobile, extending plays, finding that open man downfield, that's also going to play pivotal. But the week before the Thanksgiving game against Detroit, Jordan Love, 322 yards and 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's keeping it clean. He's got 10 interceptions on the season. That Pittsburgh game, he threw 2 picks. Detroit, the first meeting, he threw 2 picks. That Raiders, just terrible loss. He threw 3 interceptions, but he's growing. And if you're a Packers fan or if you just have been watching Jordan Love play on a week-to-week basis, you can see it, and it's clear as day. And it just has me so excited about the future of this team. But folks, don't count them out. I'll say this, man, and I am a little bit of a biased Packers fan here. I try to keep it a buck with you guys, but I will say this. If Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers can take down the Kansas City Chiefs this upcoming Sunday, they will make the playoffs. Your remaining schedule, the New York Giants, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Carolina Panthers, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Chicago Bears. Not saying the Packers are going to win out and, win their last, 8 games of the season, but don't be surprised if this team goes 9-8 or 10-7. And if they can get this win, I mean, that's going to be a real wake-up call. I mean, people in the NFC North are already being a little, especially Lions fans, my Bears fans. I'm from Chicago. A lot of people have been, they got their eye on Jordan Love right now. So this is a big game for him. Prime time, Sunday night football. You're riding all the momentum in the world. But folks, let's talk about this defense. They're so freaking good and they're so deep. And you're getting guys who are just making plays in wake of absence, injuries. Jonathan Owens, fumble recovery for a touchdown that was led by Rashawn Gary. Rashawn Gary this past week, 3 total sacks, 2 forced fumbles. I have Kenny Clark, one of the most underrated, underrespected players in the National Football League. I got a healthy Jair Alexander on the way. I got Darnell Savage healthy and on the way as well. They're getting healthier and healthier and healthier. And I also want to look at guys like Valentine, Walker. I mean, these are high-level McDuffie. I mean, it's just a complimentary defensive group, and they're going like next man up. This has been one of the most injured teams in the league. I don't have the statistic for it, but there were 17 or 18 injuries this past week against Detroit. So they're getting healthier on both sides of the football. Some more important than others, like Jair Alexander. I need him back. Aaron Jones certainly isn't playing this Sunday night, but I need him back. Man, this team's a lot better than a lot of people thought. And I remember, when I first started, making Packers videos, or I made Packers videos for a while now, but this past summer, this offseason, I was thinking to myself, like, you're not going to get a top 10 draft pick because your defense is that good. And we kept calling it a top 10 defense on this channel all offseason. And that's exactly what they have been, guys. This defense is legit. They are an above average defense. They're a playoff caliber defense. And we're going to pair that up with a red hot Jordan Love. The future's as bright as it possibly could be in Green Bay at this current point in time. The youngest team in the league, man. They're 5-6. They dealt with a brutal 4-game losing streak. And I know, we just talked about that Raiders game. Teams are going to have bad weeks, especially when you're the youngest team in this league. So I'm just saying, I'm not predicting the Packers to beat Kansas City this upcoming Sunday night, but I am saying I do think it will be a competitive game. And I do think I speak for most Packers fans with this upcoming statement. If this is a competitive game and Jordan Love can at least hold his own, folks, this Kansas City defense, they're legit. I mean, obviously they just won the Super Bowl. They have Patrick Mahomes. They're the 3rd rated defense in the National Football League. If Jordan Love can just hold his own, keep this a competitive game, put some touchdowns on the board, and just do his thing, play loose, play comfortable, make some plays, folks, it's looking good, man. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I think most Packers fans would be okay with the fact of a competitive game this upcoming Sunday night against the defending Super Bowl champions. That's it for today. Just a little Packers hype video. Stay tuned Sunday night or Monday morning for a Packers video, win or loss, but hopefully a win. Let me know. Give me a score prediction for this upcoming game against Kansas City down below. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.